Namaste everybody, I'm David Breen from Sharing Yoga and RealLiveYoga.com. Thanks for joining us tonight. Just made it right under the wire here for the latest live streaming class here, and I'm so happy that you're here tonight, because tonight what I have for you is an old school Power Vinyasa flow class. How's that? And by old school, I mean probably like from 10 or 15 years ago when I first started teaching yoga. I did a lot of, not a lot, but on my days off I would drive down to Boston to take classes at Baptiste Power Yoga Studios down there. And I really enjoyed it at the time, and still practice it a little bit, but not a lot. But I thought I'd bust some out today, and we can see what happens. Okay? So I'd like you to do, let's begin in child's pose. Okay, so we're going to come down to the hands and knees. Maybe spread your knees wide apart, big toes toward each other. And then you make your way down toward the floor. So your hips move back towards your heels, your forehead comes down toward the floor. And just relax here and get in touch with your breath. Allow your lower back to relax. Allow your entire spine to just relax. And you get in touch with your breath. And notice the breath coming in and out of the body. And then go ahead and make your way up onto your hands and knees. And we'll come into a downward facing dog. When you get to down dog, bring any movement into your body that feels good for you today. So you might bend one knee at a time and straighten the opposite leg. Begin to wake up the muscles on the back of the legs. Do a little bit of twisting here, just a gentle twist from one side to the other. And then maybe bend both knees and straighten the legs a couple times. And then bend your knees and look forward and begin to walk the feet forward. Feet will be together at the top of your mat or near the top of your mat. Knees are bent a little bit, and then relax the arms, relax the head. And from here you can just slowly swing side to side perhaps. And come back to center, and maybe just a little bending and unbending of the knees. And then slowly shake the head up, yes and no. Shake the arms out. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. And come rolling up to standing. Sweep the arms up overhead. Bring the palms together and lower the palms down to the heart center. And inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold forward and down. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step back into a high push-up. And then go ahead and lower all the way down. Point the toes back toward the wall behind you, and then inhale, press up to upward facing dog. And then take it up and back into down dog. When you get to down dog, just settle in with some good alignment, and then refocus your attention on your breath. And then bend the knees and look forward. Inhale, walk the feet forward. Feet are together. Fold and relax. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands come down through heart center. And inhaling up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step back and lower down. Inhale to up dog or cobra. And exhale up and back to down dog. When you get to down dog this time, straighten your legs as best you can. And breathe deep. Now bend the knees and look forward. Inhale, walk the feet forward. Feet will be together. Fold and relax. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look forward a little. Exhale, step back and lower down. Inhale to up dog or cobra. Exhale up and back to down dog. When you get to this down dog, just walk your toes forward an extra inch. So just shorten your stance by an inch. And then straighten the legs. And then just press the hips back a little bit. Then the focus comes to the breath, the deep breathing. And then bend your knees and look forward. Inhale, walk the feet forward. Feet will be together. Fold and relax. And inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands come down to heart center. Now bend the knees. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Pause here and squeeze the knees together gently. Tighten up the abdominals. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, fold forward and down. Inhale, look forward a little. Exhale, step back and lower down. Inhale, press up. And exhale to down dog. Now look forward, right foot forward, left foot flat. Inhale the arms up overhead. Take a deep breath in. Exhale the hands down through heart center to the floor. Step back and lower down. Inhale, press up, upward facing dog. Exhale up and back to down dog. Look forward, step your left foot forward, flatten your right foot. Inhale the arms up overhead. Take a deep breath in. Exhale the palms down. Step back and lower down. Inhale to up dog. Exhale up and back to down dog. So again here, shorten your stance just by about an inch. Straighten the legs and engage the thighs. And then press the hips back a little bit further. Bend the knees and look forward. Inhale, feet forward. Feet are together. Fold and relax. Now bend the knees. Inhale, sweep the arms out in front and up overhead. Again, pause here. Shift a little bit of the weight back into the heels. Knees squeeze together. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step back and lower down. Inhale to up dog or cobra. Exhale, up and back to down dog. Look forward. Right foot forward, left foot flat. Inhale the arms up. So tighten up your left thigh and press your left foot into the floor. Bend into the right knee a little bit more. Inhale here. Exhale, hands come down. Step back and lower down. Inhale to up dog. Exhale to down dog. Look forward. Left foot forward, right foot flat, arms come up. Engage the right thigh, press the right foot into the floor, and bend into the left knee a little bit more. Inhale here. Exhale, hands come down, step back, and lower down. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, up and back to down dog. Good. Now legs are straight, thighs are engaged. Without moving your feet, try to draw your feet or drag your feet away from each other gently. Bend the knees and look forward. Inhale, bring the feet forward. Feet are together. Fold and relax. Bend the knees. Inhale, sweep the arms out in front and up overhead. Bring the hands down to heart center. Keep the knees bent. Try to bring your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Look down toward the floor to help with balance. Try to keep the knees together and the knees parallel. And then twist toward the right. So feel free to gently press the left arm into the right knee and press the right knee back into the left arm. Same amount of effort. Inhale, straighten the legs. Exhale, fold forward and down. Relax the head. Bend the knees. Inhale, sweep the arms out in front and up overhead. Hands come back down to heart center. Fold some more, bend some more, and then take the twist to the opposite side. Right elbow or right hand to the outside of the left knee, and then twist and turn and breathe deep. Inhale, straighten the legs. Exhale, fold forward and down. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step back and lower down. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale, up and back to down dog. So in this down dog, once the legs are straight and the thighs are engaged, without moving your feet and without moving your hands, try to get your nose closer to your toes. So you try to press those hips back just a little bit more. Bend the knees and look forward. Inhale, bring the feet forward. Feet are together. Fold and relax. Bend the knees. Inhale, sweep the arms up in front and up overhead. Inhale, straighten the legs. Exhale, the hands right down through heart center. Hands come to the hips. You've got a block. Grab a block for the next one here. Separate your feet hip width apart. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, fold forward and down into a forward bend. So you can grab your big toes with your peace fingers if you'd like. Otherwise, you can rest your hands on the block like this. If your peace fingers are wrapped around your big toes, relax your head. And little by little, you're going to try to straighten the legs and bend the elbows at the same time. Focus on the deep, deep breathing. Inhale, look forward.
Exhale, release the big toes if you have them. If you've got the block, you can put the block a little bit closer to the floor and fold forward a little bit more. If your hands were on your big toes a moment ago, take the hands underneath the feet now. Maybe the toes reach the wrists, maybe not. Relax the head, and then little by little, you try to straighten your legs, relax the head, and press the big toes into the wrists, and gently pull the hands up into the feet. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, release the hands to the hips. Inhale, come up to standing.
And exhale here. Bring the feet back together. Inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward and down.
Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step back and lower down.
Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale up and back to down dog.
Now look forward. Step the right foot forward. Flatten the left foot and
Come up into warrior two. So the left foot is parallel with the back of the mat and the right knee is bent here. Now inhale, straighten the right leg, bring the right hand down onto the right shin, left fingers up toward the ceiling. Firm up your thighs and press down into the soles of the feet. Inhale, come back up into warrior two. So you want to have your arms parallel to the floor. Check the back arm, front arm. Engage the left thigh and bend into the right knee a little bit more. Take a deep breath in. Exhale the hands to the floor. Step back and lower down. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Now look forward, step the left foot forward, flatten the right foot, and come up into warrior two. Inhale, straighten the left leg. Exhale, left hand comes down, right fingers come up. Inhale, come back up to warrior two. So you're going to engage the right thigh, press the right foot into the floor, keep the right thigh engaged, bend into the left knee a little bit, and breathe. Inhale here. Exhale the hands down to the floor, step back, and lower down. Inhale to up dog or cobra. Exhale up and back to down dog. And you're going to look forward, step the right foot forward again, flatten the left foot, come back up into warrior two. So remember the left thigh is engaged, you bend into the right knee. If you're beginning to gain a little more flexibility, just walk your right foot forward a little bit more. Stretch things out a little bit as you get more and more loosened up. And then right forearm to the right knee and thigh, left arm up and over. So as you continue to engage the left thigh and press the left foot into the floor, stretch the left fingers in the opposite direction. And then bend into the right knee a little bit more too, perhaps. Inhale back up into warrior two. Deep breath in here. Exhale the hands down to the floor. Step back and lower down. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale up and back to down dog. Look forward, left foot forward, right foot flattens, and we'll come up into warrior two. left forearm to the left knee and thigh, right arm up and over. Inhale back up to warrior two. Take a big inhale. Exhale, hands down, step back, and lower down. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale up and back to downward facing dog. Now look forward, step the right foot forward again, and we'll come into warrior one. So now the back foot is about 45 degrees turned toward the front of the mat. That'll allow your hips to turn toward the front of the mat a little bit better. And then hands come down to heart center. You're going to fold forward and try to bring the left hand or the left elbow to the outside of that right knee for the twist. Back foot stays flat into the floor today. So adjust your stance so that that left foot can be flat on the floor, and then re-engage your left thigh, and then twist and turn and push a little bit toward the right. Release the hands, inhale the arms back up overhead into warrior one. So go ahead and interlace your fingers up here today. Engage the left thigh, bend into the right knee, and if your back feels a-okay and you want to turn this into a little bit of a back bend, go ahead and arch the back. Keep the left thigh engaged. Deep inhale. Exhale, hands come down, step back, and lower down. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale up and back to downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Stay with me. Deep breath out. Look forward, left foot forward. Flatten the right foot. Arms come up. And warrior one. Bring the hands down to heart center. Then take the twist toward the left this time. Once you get into the twist, re-engage the right thigh, keep the right foot pressed flat, and then twist and turn toward the left a little bit more. Inhale, come back up to warrior one. Remember, we can add in a little back bend here as long as the back feels okay. Release the fingers. Keep the right thigh engaged. Bend into the left knee, and then arch back a little bit. Deep breath in. Exhale, release the hands to the floor. Step back and lower down. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale up and back to down dog. Good. Now, come down to the knees, separate the knees, bring the big toes toward each other, sink back into child's pose, and relax. Back up onto the hands and knees, and right back into downward facing dog. Now bend your knees and look forward. Inhale, bring the feet forward. Feet will be together. Fold and relax. Bend the knees. Inhale, sweep the arms out in front and up overhead. Inhale, straighten the legs. Exhale, hands right down through heart center. Now, turn toward me so you're sideways on your mat, and you bring your feet wide apart. Take the hands to the hips. Squeeze the shoulder blades toward each other. Keep your legs straight and keep your thighs engaged. Inhale here. Exhale. Come forward
and out and down. Bless you. So keep the foundation of the pose solid. Legs are straight, thighs are engaged. It doesn't matter how far you come down. You just want to keep the base of the pose nice and strong. And then draw the shoulder blades toward each other and breathe deep. Inhale, coming up. Exhale here. Bring the arms out to the side, sweep the hands around back, interlace the fingers. Squeeze the shoulder blades toward each other. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward and out and down. Take a look at your feet. If your toes are beginning to point outward, point them back inward a little bit. Stretch the hands away from the back if that's comfortable. Inhale, come up. Exhale here. Hands come back to the hips. And deep breath in. Exhale, fold forward and down. Now, drop your hands to the floor. If your hands don't make it all the way down to the floor, or your fingertips don't make it down to the floor, use a block again. Relax the head. Keep the legs straight. Keep the thighs nice and strong. Inhale, look forward, and exhale here. Now, if you can, you're going to grab your big toes with your peace fingers again, just like we did in that forward bend. Relax the head. If you can't do that, you just grab onto your shins or your knees or your thighs, right, like this. But the hands are headed toward the feet. And then from here, inhale, lengthen through the upper body, and as you exhale, fold at the hips again. Try to straighten the legs and try to bend the elbows at the same time. Inhale, look forward a little. Exhale, bring your hands to your hips. And inhale, come up. Exhale here. Keep your eyes open. In the old days, I used to get dizzy doing those 4 postures. Right? So keep your eyes open. And then we'll step back toward the top of the mat. Bring the feet close together. Bend the knees. Inhale the arms out in front and up overhead. Now drop your right arm down in front, cross your left arm over like an X, and then bend your elbows. The hands can come toward the shoulders, or they can come toward each other. Keep both knees bending, and take the left leg up over the right leg, and squeeze the legs together. Release the arms and legs, sweep the arms up overhead. Inhale. Exhale, bend back into the knees. Now take the left arm down in front, right arm on top, bend the elbows. Keep both knees bending. Take the right leg up over the left leg. Release the arms and legs, sweep the arms up overhead. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bend back into the knees. Yeah, just like I said, it was old school power Vinyasa yoga, so this is what we used to do. We do eagle again. Right arm comes down, left arm on top, bend the elbows. Keep the knees bending. Left leg comes up over the right leg. Squeeze the legs together. Release the arms and legs. Sweep the arms up overhead. Take a big inhale. Exhale, bend back into the knees. Left arm comes down in front. Right arm on top. Bend the elbows. Keep the knees bending. Right leg comes up over the left leg. Release the arms and legs, sweep the arms up overhead. Take an inhale. Exhale, bring the hands down to heart center.
Separate your feet, press your palms together firmly, and concentrate on your breath. And drop the arms alongside the body. Take your right hand and make the hitchhiker sign, like you're thumbing for a ride to Salisbury Beach, right? Bring the hand out here like this, right? So if the cars are coming by this way, they'll see that you're hitchhiking. Now, open the hand up. Don't move it. Try to grab the right foot. If you can't grab the right foot, turn the hand in and try to grab the right ankle. So from here, shoulder blade squeeze, left arm comes out in front. Resist the temptation to lean forward, right? Just work on this. Keeping the right elbow bent and pressing that right leg back as much as you can. And as you're pushing the right foot back, you're pulling with the right arm, the same amount of effort. And slowly release. Hitchhiker sign with the left hand. Left hand comes out to the left hand side. Open up the hand so the palm is facing away from you. And then you try to grab the inside of that right foot, left foot. Right arm comes out. A little bit of a shoulder blade squeeze. A little bit of a bend in the left elbow, and then little by little, you press that left foot back. Pull back with the left arm. Check and see that the left elbow's bent. That's the one up back. And slowly release. Now, turn toward the side of your mat again. Bring your hands to your hips. Feet are about hip width apart. Shift your weight onto the left leg. Bring the right knee up out in front. Catch the right knee with the right hand. So if you can, you're going to bring this up as far as you can here. If you have further to go here, you can grab your right big toe with your peace fingers, and then you'll begin to extend that right leg out. Bend your right elbow and keep it bent. So as you're trying to straighten out the right leg, you're pulling back with the same amount of effort. And then from here, that leg comes out to the right hand side, or you grab a hold of your right knee and bring the knee out to the right hand side. Either one of those variations. And bring the leg back to center, both hands to the hips. A little bit of a shoulder blade squeeze. Now straighten that right leg out 100% and point the toes, and then try to bring that right leg a little bit higher. And bend and release. Good job. So one of the things I forgot to mention is your focus, your visual focus. Pick a spot on the floor or the wall to fix your gaze on. That might help with the balance. Shift the weight onto the right leg now. Bring the left knee up. Grab the left knee with the left hand like this. Bring it as high as you can. Or grab the left big toe with the peace fingers. And the elbow's bent. You're trying to straighten out the left leg, but you're trying to bend the elbow and pull back on it. Same amount of effort. And then the leg comes out to the left hand side, or you grab the knee and the knee comes out to the left hand side. And knee comes back to center. Hands to the hips, shoulder blade squeeze, straighten out the left leg and point the left toes. And then you try to push or lift the left leg, the straight left leg, as high as you can. And then bend and release. Good. Come back to the top of the mat now. Feet are together. Inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward and down.
Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step back into a high push-up. Now, it wouldn't be an old school power vinyasa class unless we paused in chaturanga. So you're going to tighten up your core, keep your elbows tucked in towards your ribs, lower down halfway, tighten up the thighs, pause here. Lower all the way down, point the toes, inhale to upward facing dog. Now, when you're in upward facing dog, we can take this a little bit deeper. We'll hold it here for a few breaths, a set of breaths. Elbows are bent a little bit in upward facing dog, and you might be able to lift your knees and thighs up off the ground. Draw the shoulder blades toward each other and breathe. And then we'll transition up and back into downward facing dog. We'll drop down to the knees, bring the knees apart, big toes toward each other, sink back into child's pose and relax. And then go ahead and come up onto the knees. So if you need some extra padding for your knees, roll your mat back like this. Bring the knees so they're about 4 or 5 inches apart. Stand right up on the knees here. Hands come to the lower back, palms face in. Tighten up your glutes, press your hips forward and arch back. And then you release, sit back toward the heels. Deep, deep breathing still. Back up onto the knees, hands to the lower back again. Tighten up the glutes, press the hips forward and arch back. If your neck feels okay, feel free to look up. And release, and sit back toward the heels again. So there's a couple different variations of this that you can try or not, right? I don't teach these this often because I think the focus is more on when you get your hands back to your heels, you still want to push your hips forward as much as you can. So there's a lot of competition in yoga class because somebody sees somebody else and they've got their hands back on their heels, so they're like, I want to do that too, but then they end up looking like this, and that's not what we're looking for. So one of the ways you could begin to experiment with it is to elevate your heels like this, and then you bring the fingertips here with one hand, and then the other hand, a little bit of shoulder blade squeeze, and then you're going to push the hips forward and draw the shoulder blades toward each other. Right? So you don't want to collapse back, you want to push forward. It's an active back bend. Camel pose, Ustrasana. And then slowly release. Now we'll roll that mat back out. And we'll come down, face down on the mat. And from here, bring the arms alongside the body, palms face up. Bring the feet close together. Engage the thighs, and then bring the chin, chest, and shoulders up off the ground. So the hands are pressing down into the floor, and the feet are pressing down into the floor. And you're just bringing the head and shoulders up as much as you can comfortably. Find your breath here. Release down and relax. And then we'll try it again. This time, Engage the thighs, bring the chin, chest, and shoulders up, then bring the straight legs up, and then bring the arms up. Another option here is you could interlace the fingers behind the back. Keep squeezing the shoulder blades toward each other. Keep engaging the thighs. Now find your breath. Release down and relax. Take a deep inhale and a deep exhale. Next, we're going to try Vinyasa, bow pose. So you're going to bend your knees like this. You're going to press out through your heels like I'm doing, and then you're going to try to grab your shins actually right above your ankles. If you can't grab onto here, then just pause for a second and I'll show you the modification. So before you come up, you want to bend the elbows and keep the elbows bent. Squeeze the shoulder blades toward each other. Now lift the head and the knees up off the ground. So notice the elbows stay bent and I'm pushing the feet toward the ceiling. And then breathing. And then smiling. So the modification for this would be keep the legs in the same position, bring the arms out to the side, 90-degree bend for skydiver pose. And then release and relax. Take a deep inhale. Deep exhale. And again, deep inhale. Deep exhale. We'll try one more. So either Dhanurasana again or skydiver pose. Don't be sloppy, right? Bend the elbows, squeeze the shoulder blades, press the feet up. Sloppy poses lead to sloppy results. Focus on the breath. Release and relax. Rest your forehead on your hands. Take a deep inhale. Deep exhale. Again, deep inhale. Deep exhale. Then go ahead and transition over onto your back. And if you've got a block, grab your block. If you don't have a block, don't worry about it. Bend your knees and place your feet flat on the floor. And go ahead and pick your head up and see that the feet are parallel. So the toes aren't pointing out to the sides, but they're pointed actually in a little bit. And then the block goes in between the thighs. So not in between the knees, but in between the thighs. And then from here, you'll begin to lift your hips and lower back up off the ground, and then shimmy side to side to get those shoulder blades a little bit closer. And then press the hips up, away from the floor. And you could have your arms at the side like this, or you could interlace your fingers underneath and draw your hands toward the floor. Now squeeze that block. Now squeeze your glutes and keep your glutes engaged. Press your feet down into the floor, and without moving your feet, try to press your feet in the direction that your toes are pointed. And you'll come up just a little bit more. Slowly lower down. Remove the block if you've got a block there. Walk the feet together, and then allow your knees to open up to opposite sides in Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined bound angle pose. Soles of the feet are together, legs are relaxing, hips are relaxing, lower back is releasing. Find your breath. Long, deep inhale. Long, slow exhale. Let the shoulders relax.
Another deep breath in. Deep breath out. Bring the knees back together. Draw the knees up in toward the chest. Pick your head up off the ground and squeeze everything together. And drop your head back down. Now you can take your big toes with your peace fingers, soles of the feet toward the ceiling, knees are bent, and you're gently drawing the knees down toward the armpits. If you can't reach your big toes, just grab behind your knees. And then take the knees like this, bring the head up, and then you'll roll up to seated. When you get up to seated, bring the legs straight out in front. If you have a strap, go ahead and strap your feet. If not, just grab a hold of your feet or grab a hold of your legs. Inhale, sit up tall, and exhale, gently begin to release the upper body toward the legs. Don't pull too much yet. Good. So once you've unwound a little bit, you can make it a more active stretch by drawing yourself toward the feet a little bit more actively. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, release. Now, get your feet as close together as you can. Point your toes forward, and then take your hands 1 foot behind your hips. Squeeze the shoulder blades toward each other. Keep a little bend in the elbow. That'll keep tension, or try to keep tension out of the wrists. Shoulder blade squeeze, a little bend in the elbow. Now, try to lift your hips up off the ground and press your heels down into the floor. Shoulder blades are still moving toward each other, elbows are still bent a little bit. Press your heels down into the floor with everything you have. Slowly release down. Go like this with your arms. Now, right leg straight, sole of the left foot comes in to the inside of the right thigh. Grab your strap or grab your right foot, and a little bit more active pose, forward bending over the right leg. Janu Shirshasana A, seated head to knee pose version A. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, release the right foot. Now bend your right knee and bring your right foot, right ankle over towards your left knee. Either just to the inside like this, or if you're feeling a little bit more flexible today, just to the outside. No need to draw it back here, right? Just keep those two joints, the right ankle and the left knee, close together. And then we'll begin to twist toward the right hand side. Ardha Matsyendrasana pose, half Lord of the Fishes pose. Focus on your deep breathing and smile. And then back to center, and we'll release. Now we'll take seated head to knee pose on the left hand side. So sole of the right foot comes to the inside of the left thigh, and then we'll fold over that left leg. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, release. Now bend the left knee and take the left ankle just to the inside or outside of that right knee, and then we'll twist toward the left hand side. And release back to center. Now bring the soles of the feet together, and you'll draw your heels in as close as you can, comfortably. Try to interlace the fingers on the outside edge of the feet, and then sit up really tall, and then move forward a little bit, move forward another inch, and then knees get pressed down toward the floor. Now hold the pose, but let everything be relaxed, and then begin to point the elbows out, and then begin to round the back, and keep bending the elbows and drawing the elbows out and in front of the shins, if that feels okay. So your head is moving towards your big toes. Inhale, look forward. And as you exhale, keep the feet together, but bring them way out in front so now the legs are forming a diamond shape. You can take your hands just above the ankles, or you can slide your hands underneath the ankles. And look at your feet, and slowly draw the head toward the feet. Nice and easy, with deep breathing. Inhale, look forward, and exhale, come on up onto the pose. So you're going to shake your legs out in front here. So next we're going to try plow pose and shoulder stand. So listen closely. If you have any neck issues, skip the next 4 postures, right? Don't do them. I'll show you what to do right now, and then I'll go into an introduction to plow. So if you have neck issues, grab your strap, lie on your back, strap both feet, And then just bring the legs up like this. And you'll stay here for a few minutes, right? My back is on the floor. My body's at somewhat of a 90-degree angle, but it doesn't have to be like that. So go ahead and try this if you have any neck issues. If you don't have any neck issues, you want to come down onto your back, and then you're going to bring the hips up in the air, tuck your shoulder blades, again, a little bit closer to each other, and then you're going to straighten the legs up. They may not go straight up toward the ceiling, or they may. So press into your elbows. This is shoulder stand. You don't want to move your head when you're in this pose. You want to look straight up at your feet. You can stay here. If you want to move toward plow pose, you keep the legs straight and the toes go overhead toward the floor behind you. Now you might only get this far like me, that's fine. Just pause right here. If you've got further to go, then the toes go maybe all the way down toward the floor. Again, don't turn your head left or right, just look at your knees and thighs here. From here you're going to bend your knees and slowly roll out of the pose. If you've got your legs elevated up overhead with the strap, go ahead and come out of that pose. And then you're going to come up to seated, walk yourself up to seated here, and probably bring the soles of the feet together like we did in Supta Baddha Konasana a little bit ago. And then you're going to drop back on your elbows like this. So this is an introduction to fish pose. If you have neck issues, you don't want to go any further than this, with the exception of squeezing the shoulder blades toward each other and then pressing the sternum up. If you have further to go here and you have zero neck issues, you can feel free to drop the head back like this. If you've been practicing fish on your own, you can commit to the full version of the posture now if you'd like. You're trying to arch the back. And then go ahead and release. You come up to seated, then take a nice, gentle, easy, relaxed, passive forward bend here. Let the breathing begin to slow down. Inhale, come up, and exhale, we'll come here. So next I'm going to demonstrate a pose, but this is not for you to practice, right? I'm going to demonstrate Shirshasana is headstand, right? Version 6 or 7 or something like that. Again, do not try this. So, if you want to learn how to do that, with a little bit of instruction, private instruction, you can go to the website and contact me through there, and if that's something you're interested in. So we do private lessons, one-on-one or small groups, with yoga, meditation, fitness, relaxation, all kinds of stuff. SharingYoga.com. Right now I would encourage you to end your practice by lying on your back comfortably for the next 5 minutes or so. We'll leave the nice music on in the background. Once again, I'm David Breen from Sharing Yoga and RealLiveYoga.com. It's been my pleasure to practice with you this evening. Namaste, until next time.